Hello everyone and welcome to today's back again. I hope you guys are doing well. So guys, today I have with me this car which is the brand new 2022 Volvo XC90 mild hybrid. In this video, we are going to review this car. As always, I am going to talk about the exterior, interior, feature, space. By the end of the video, I'll also tell you guys about the pricing. I'll also tell you guys about the performance, and I'll also tell you guys who should particularly buy this luxury SUV. Now, let's quickly start off this video. Before starting the video, which next car or bike would you like to see on the channel? You can definitely let me know that. You can message me on Instagram. You can also write it down in the comment section. Now let's quickly start off with the walk around. Let's quickly start off with the front profile of the car. So here, as you can see, here you have this big grille with a big Volvo logo. There is a lot of chrome used right here. Now this car obviously gets a 360-degree parking camera. So here you have your camera at the front. Now talking about the headlights, each and every light is obviously an LED setup, and these are very beautiful lights. And the good part about these lights is the fact that they actually follow your steering wheel. So here, as you can see, here you basically have this Thor hammer LED DRL. Here you have your fog light, which is a kind of tiny one, and it is obviously an LED unit, and these are cornering fog lights as well. So as soon as you move your steering wheel towards the right, it will activate like that. Here you have this chrome element right here, and this is how the bonnet of the car looks like. I mean, just look at it. The road presence of this SUV is just something else. From this particular angle, it looks simple, it looks nice. There's this typical Volvo design going on right here. Now talking about the side profile here, as you can see, the length of this car is 4953 mm to be precise, and here as you can see, and by the way, the ground clearance is 238 mm, and this car actually gets air suspension, so your ground clearance will vary accordingly. At the side here, you basically have this chrome strip. There is some amount of chrome used on your door handles as well. Here you have this chrome strip which covers your shoulder line. On the roof, you obviously have your roof rails provided. Here you have the mirror with your LED turn indicator. Here you have your side camera as well. Now let me show you guys the key of the car. So here, this is how the key actually looks like. Simple normal key. You don't really get any sort of buttons at the front as well as at the back. The buttons are provided right here. So from here, you can basically lock the car, unlock the car, and release the tailgate of the car as well. So here, as you can see, I have actually unlocked the car. I have locked the car right now, and in order to unlock it, you just simply need to carry the key in your pocket, walk towards your car, and as soon as you put your hand inside the handle, here as you can see, the car will unlock like this. Let me quickly show you guys the interior. So this is how the interior of the Volvo XC90 actually looks like. I'll talk about the interior in detail as soon as we jump inside the car. I'll also talk about the space, by the way. Now let me first finish my walk around, and then we'll move on to the other bits of the car as well. From this particular angle here, as you can see, the car looks humongous. I mean, just look at the size of this car. And by the way, parking this car and maneuvering it in the city is not really a very big task. I'll come to that as well when we talk about the driving dynamics. Now moving on to the rear profile, this is how the rear profile of the car looks like. Here you have the Volvo logo. Here you have rear wiper, washer, defogger, high mounted LED stop light, shark fin antenna, Volvo XC90 badge, B6 badge right here. Now this car is an all-wheel drive system it gets. Here you have this chrome line going on. There is your rear fog light as well, and here you obviously have your reverse parking camera. Now let me show you guys how you can open the boot. So there are 4 ways from which you can open the boot. First is obviously, you know that there is a button below the Volvo logo, so you can basically press it and release the tailgate. The second one is basically, here you have this button provided, so you can basically just press this button and you can release the tailgate of the car. And the third one here, as you can see, here you have this button, you can just press it and close it like this. And the third option is to basically, you can just come here at the back, you can wave your foot below this thing, and there you see, that is how it opens up. Again, closing it back, you can simply, if you have some luggage in your boot, what you will do is the fact that you can just carry the luggage, you can come here, wave your foot below this like this, and there you see the boot closes like this. Now let's quickly have a look again, and there is a button as well in the interior. You can press that button and you can basically open the boot. So here, this is the amount of space which, with all the 3 rows up, you can also recline the third row by using this. When you tumble the seats, the space increases. There you see, that is how easy it is to basically tumble the third row of the car. So that is how it goes down. Now guys, talking about the boot space, 709 liters of boot space you get when you fold the third row seats as well, and when you don't, you have this much amount of space left. Now here, as you can see below this, I think there's some sort of a partition that they have made, and below this you obviously have your spare wheel kept right here and your toolkit as well. There's a first aid kit right here. From this particular buttons you can basically raise the ride height of the car. You can also lower it down. There's some space right here. Again, here you have this hook with a light placement, and yeah, that's much about it. Actually, that's the amount of space that you have in the boot of the car. Now let's close it back again. Now let me show you guys the tire profile, and then we'll move inside the car and I'll talk about the features as well. So here, as you can see, the tire profile is 275/45 R20. These alloy wheels look absolutely stunning. Here you have Michelin tires provided. Now let me quickly get inside the car and let's start talking about the features. Then we'll talk about the second row and third row space, and then we'll start talking about the performance as well. Now here, just listen to a third. Okay, so there you see, the first of all, the doors are pretty heavy, so that again, you know, and as soon as you close the door, it gives you that reassuring sound. Now let me adjust the driver's seat so that I can show you guys the dashboard in a much better way. Now guys, I'm inside the car. Just have a look at the interior. I mean, it looks premium, it looks solid. Now talking about the quality right here, as you can see, there is soft touch material going on right here. There is again some sort of soft touch material here. Here you have the stitching. Here you have this wooden finish. Below this, they actually have provided a ambient light system, so it glows up at night. There's only one color that you can choose from. Here you have, you know, this is also kind of a soft touch material, not very hard, I would say. So that's again a very good thing to have. The quality, fit and finish feels absolutely amazing inside the car. Now starting off with the steering wheel, here you don't really get a flat bottom steering wheel. However, this is a leather wrap one, feels pretty nice to hold. Now here you have a few buttons. These are for your cruise control. Here you basically, from this for your multimedia. From here you can increase and decrease the volume. From here you can change tracks. This is for your voice command. This is for your navigation system. Let's switch on the car. So here you basically have this knob. You can just twist it towards your right, and that is how the car comes to life. Your engine will start. Here you have this very beautiful, I mean, this is one of the best gear knobs I have ever seen. I mean, just look at it. The attention to detail is amazing. It glows up at night as well. Here you have this aluminum finish going on. It says Orofors Sweden inside of it, and this is how the gear knob and this thing looks like. Here you have this parking button. Here you have electronic parking brake provided. Now in the instrument cluster, it doesn't really show a lot of things. It only shows you your navigation, and it shows you in a very beautiful way. It shows you navigation right here. It shows you speedometer, tachometer, gear position, fuel gauge, and your distance to empty and all of that stuff. It shows you trip details as well. It kind of gets a very plain and basic instrument cluster. Now talking about, this is a 12.3 inch screen. This one is, I think, a 9 inch screen that you get right here. And here, as you can see, by the way, let me, you know, pause the radio for now. So here, as you can see, this is the 9 inch screen that you have. You can get into car status to check out. Now it is a kind of a fingerprint magnet right here. So it shows you tire pressure monitoring system. If it goes down, it will notify you here as well, and in your instrument cluster as well. Now here it shows you Bluetooth player, radio, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. All of that stuff is obviously there. If you press this button, it starts your 360-degree parking camera. Very beautiful camera, helps you a lot while parking in tight spaces. And here, as you can see, this is the top view. The top view actually helps you a lot when you need to park exactly in particular place. So here, as you can see, this is your, it shows you your rear view. This is your left view. This is your right view. This is your front view. There you see. And this is your rear view again. Now here you basically have settings for your wheel guidelines. It shows you wheel guidelines as well, volume as well. And let me show you guys the wheel guidelines. So here, As you can see, these are the wheel guidelines that it basically gets. As soon as you turn your steering wheel, it will show you your wheel guidelines. Here you have rear auto brake, so the car actually automatically brakes as soon as it detects someone behind you. Here you can basically switch off the parking sensors as well. Now let's quickly get into the settings thing. So here basically you can adjust the driving setting. Off-road mode, there's steering assist, lane keeping aid. So this car also gets ADAS features. Lane keeping aid, what it does is the fact that if you move out of the line, it will bring you back in line. So that's again a good thing to have. Steering feel firm. So basically you can add up more weight to the steering wheel. Air suspension settings are there. Suspension feel firm, that's there. Now let's have a look at the connectivity and controls. So yeah, as you can see, wiper service position. As soon as you put the wiper service position, there you see it kind of goes up. Again it goes down. Exterior mirror tilt while reversing. So you can basically start this, and as soon as you put the gear into reverse, just see what happens. Okay, your mirrors will go down like this, and it will help you to park the car in a much better way. So that is something which you can put it on, or you can put it off. There you see there's a dog aside our car. Here you have wireless phone charging pad, and all of that stuff is basically there right here. Now here, as you can see, here you basically have this wireless charging pad is here. Here you have 2 cup holders provided as well, and below this you have a 12-volt charging port provided as well. So that's much about it. Now what else do you get right here? Here you basically have it also gives you notification here like your Android phone, and here you basically have your controls for your air conditioning system. By the way, this car gets 4-zone climate control AC. So if you basically have your wife, your girlfriend aside you can basically, and if she's not in a good mood, you can lower the temperature on the co-driver side, and I hope that everything inside the cabin cools down. That was a joke, but jokes aside, this car gets 4-zone automatic climate control system. So first zone, second zone, third zone, and the fourth zone right here. So that is how it works. So guys, I think I've covered most of the things about the car. Now here you basically have your wiper lever. Here you have your headlight lever. Automatic headlight is obviously there. Here you have, from this button you can release the hood boot of the car. Here you have controls for your power windows. Here you have memory seats controls as well, Bose and Wilkins 19 speaker surround sound system you have in the car. Now I am not playing an audio right here because of the copyright issues. You can check out the sound quality video on Instagram. Yeah, from this memory seat button you can basically, if you have 3 people at your place who are driving the car, and if their height is 6, someone is 6 feet tall, someone is 5'6", someone is 5'8", you can set the driver's seat as per their comfortable driving position. You just need to press 1, 2 and 3. That is how the memory seat function actually works. And here you basically have your controls to adjust the driver's seat as well. Now here, as you can see, from this particular button you can just get into control. You can get into adjust passenger seat, and here you have a few controls. From this control itself you can also adjust the passenger seat like this. You can put it ahead, you can put it back like this, and that is how you can adjust you can also adjust the recline angle. There you see I'm adjusting it from these particular buttons provided right here. So yeah, that's much about it. Now let's talk about the sunroof. Before that, let me show you guys the glove box. This is the amount of space here. And by the way, to open the glove box, can you find any sort of a release button right here? You won't really find it because it is right here. From this particular button you can release the glove box of the car. Now let me show you guys the main feature, which is the panoramic roof. From this button you can just there is no button actually. You just need to swipe your finger like this and it opens up. It will go a bit more further. So there you see, that's the maximum that it goes. This is how much it opens up. There you see, this is how it opens up. Now here, let's close it back with a swipe of a finger. Here you have touch sensitive lights provided as well. Very bright lights you get right here. And here you obviously have your sun visor with a vanity mirror. Yeah, you again have a sun visor with a vanity mirror provided, and there is handle to hold on to. And yeah, that's much about it. The steering wheel is obviously adjustable. You can adjust it, you know, for tilt as well as telescopic approach. Let me lock it back. Okay, so yeah, I think I've covered most of the things about the car. Now talking about the door pads, here you can easily accommodate a 1 liter bottle. There is some space right here as well, and yeah, that's much about it. Now let's quickly get inside the second row of the car and let me show you guys the amount of space that you have. Then we'll move inside the third row as well. Let me switch off the car now, guys. Here let me show you guys the electronically adjustable seats as well. So here, as you can see, from this particular button, you can just simply, you know, you can put it ahead like this, you can put it behind like this. You can also adjust the recline angle from this particular button like this, and from this button you can also, you know, now this car also gets a massage feature. So let me show you guys that as well. So let's switch on the car. Let's switch it on like this, and here it shows you from this particular button you can start the massage feature. There you see, there it starts the massage thing. You can, you know, adjust the intensity as well from this particular button. Again, you'll have to press it. There you see, the massage has started. So you can basically adjust it for the intensity and the speed of the massage. Here, as you can see, I hope you guys might be able to see. There you see, it's lowering, it's basically raising right here. So this is the kind of massage that it basically provides you. It's a luxury SUV at the end of the day, so all those features have to be there. By the way, I have also reviewed the S90 and the XC40. You can check out those videos as well. In the S90 you definitely get this massage feature right here, so it basically, you know, gives you a very good massage as well. And now let's switch it off back. Now guys, let me show you guys the amount of space that you have in the second row, and then we'll move inside the third row as well. So here, as you can see, so guys, here this is the amount of space. Now the good thing is the fact that you can basically, you know, put this seat ahead and behind, and you can also adjust the recline angle. So here, the co-driver seat I have adjusted it as per my comfortable driving position. For your reference, my height is somewhere around 5'6", 5'7", and here, as you can see, the middle seat is not all the way ahead, it is not all the way behind, and this is the amount of space that you have there. In the knee room, the leg room is definitely nothing to worry about. Here you have this magazine holder. The underside support could have been better. The headroom is really very good. Talking about the shoulder room, you can easily get 3 adults at the back because the hump right here is kind of flat, so middle passenger won't really have to struggle a lot. They can place their foot right here or right here, and they can enjoy the view out there like this. Now let me, you know, slide the seat. So this is the maximum ahead, and still I have this much amount of leg room on offer. And this seat, obviously, you can, you know, slide it ahead as well, and you can also adjust the recline angle. And this is the maximum behind. So that this is the maximum behind. Here you have this much amount of knee room left. Now let me adjust it in the middle, and then I'll show you guys the third row space. Here you can accommodate a half a liter bottle. Here you have controls for your 4-zone automatic climate control AC, and here, as you can see, here you have this armrest provided as well, three adjustable headrest. Here you have this armrest with 2 cup holders, so you can sit here like a boss and enjoy the view out there like this. Now you also do get your sun blind here. So it basically offers you complete privacy inside the car. I really love the material used right here. This is the leather material. Here you have this aluminum sort of a finish, on aluminum door handles as well. This is to lock the door, And yeah, that's much about it. Here you have handles to hold on to. Here you again have handle with the hook, and here you basically have this touch sensitive light provided. And this is how the dashboard and the interior of the car looks like. Now let me show you guys the third row space. So here, as you can see, you can also recline the seat, by the way. And from this button you can just put it back like this. And by the way, I don't really like the way they have done it in much affordable cars like the Safari and other SUVs. The way they have given access to the third row is very good. Yeah, it is kind of cumbersome process to get in the third row. So here, as you can see, this is the amount of space that I am left with. And now let me get inside the third row and let me show you guys the amount of space right here. So let me put the seat back, the headrest back. Now this particular seat is not all the way ahead, it is not all the way behind, and still I am 5'6", 5'7", and here, as you can see, my knees are not really scraping here. I have decent amount of space, and I can also recline this seat as well. The seat is kind of upright as of now. If you are 5'1", 5'2", then definitely this is a sufficient place to be. Here you have cup holders provided. Here you have cup holder as well. Here you have AC vents provided. There's glass area here. And yeah, that's much about it actually. This is the amount of space that you have in the third row of the Volvo XC90. But getting in and getting out of the third row is kind of a cumbersome process. So guys, now in the XC40 and the S90, you basically have the hood opening lever on the co-driver side. Meanwhile, in the XC90, they have changed it completely. So you basically have the hood opening lever on the driver's side right here. From this particular lever, you can just pull it and your hood will open up. Now let me show you guys the engine of the car. Here you have your massive bonnet. Here you basically have a lever. You can just slide it in order to open it. There you see, just slide it and the hood goes up completely. You basically have hydraulic struts, and I mean, just look at it. Just look at the inclination of this hood. I mean, just look how high it goes. It is almost 90 degrees. Here, as you can see, that's the level of inclination. That's how high the hood actually goes of the XC90. Even the Volvo S90, the hood kind of goes that high. There you see, I mean, just I can keep looking at it all day long and still I won't get bored of it. Here you have insulation material. Here you have a 2-liter petrol engine, which combined with the electric motor. Now this car is a mild hybrid car, so it basically produces 304.16 PS of power and 420 Newton meters of torque. The engine bay looks very neat and clean, well packaged as well. So this is how the engine bay of the car actually looks like. Now in order to put it down, it is kind of a task because you will have to actually reach it like this, and you can pull it down like this, and there it goes back to its place. So guys, now talking about the engine in terms of the refinement, it is a very refined engine. You don't really hear anything inside the cabin, so that's amazing. Obviously it has to be. Now talking about the power and pickup, it has very good amount of grunt. I am very happy to report that the performance from this SUV is mind-blowing. As soon as you go hard on the throttle, it picks up pace very well, and it also does not really get any kind of sport mode as such, and still the performance is really very good. As soon as you go hard on the accelerator, the car starts pulling quite well. Now guys, talking about the gearbox, now you basically have an 8-speed automatic gearbox provided. Now talking about my personal favorite aspect of the car, which is the ride and handling balance. Now the ride quality is on the softer side. The car gets air suspension as well, so the ground clearance actually varies. It basically lifts the car in the off-road position. It also gets an off-road mode, by the way. Like I showed you in the center display, it shows you the off-road mode. So the ride height increases, and when you are on the highway, it basically lowers the ride height of the car to offer a planted ride. So the ride quality is on the softer side, provides you very good amount of comfort inside the cabin. Feels very stable at high speeds as well. Now talking about the handling, the steering wheel is light at lower speeds. There is an option for steering feel firm. As soon as you activate it, the steering wheel actually gains a lot of weight as well. And even when you don't really switch it on, when you build up speed, the steering kind of weighs up pretty well, and it is communicative as well, so I have no complaints on that front. Now talking about the safety features, it obviously gets driver, passenger, curtain airbags, ABS, EBD, traction control. All of those features are there. However, they have not really clearly mentioned it in the brochure. They should have basically mentioned it properly. And talking about the brakes, now the brake bite is kind of spongy, and it also takes quite a while to come to an halt. So the stopping power and the stopping distance could have definitely been better. So that is about the SUV. So guys, I think I've covered most of the things about the Volvo XC90. I hope you guys like this video. Talking about the price point, the ex-showroom price is 95,90,000 rupees. On road, this luxury SUV might cost you somewhere around 1 crore 15 lakh rupees, depending on the insurance, depending on where do you stay, depending on the state, and etc etc. It might cost you 1 crore 15 lakh rupees. Now, who should particularly buy this SUV? If you are looking out for comfort, if you are looking out for safety, if you are looking out for a solid feel, if you are looking out for a silent cabin, a peaceful cabin, then this is the SUV to go with. I hope I have covered most of your doubts. If you have any question, you can definitely ask it to me on Instagram. I have also made a separate experience video on our Hindi channel. If you like watching videos in Hindi language, you can also check out our Hindi YouTube channel, which is Auto Revs Hindi. All the links will be provided in the description box down below. I hope you guys like this video. You can check out more such videos on Auto Revs YouTube and Instagram. You can check out more reels as well. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, drive safe, ride safe. Bye bye.